Hey everybody, how's it going today? It's Frankie here, and we win when it doesn't matter. How convenient, right? I should have saw this coming. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought Villa were going to win today, but it's a win that means absolutely nothing. We played that game like it was a cup final. I seen the highlights. I went to, my, partner's house, and then, to see the baby. My voice cracked there, to see the baby. And it was better. It's better than watching football, and especially this season, with how dreadful my team can be, and they produce a win like that, and it makes you think, where was this in the final? You got players there that are smiling their proud because they won a game. Like, come on, man, where was that urgency? We played Aiden Heaven in that game. Bear in mind, like, there was a moment there where Hayden could have scored, or whatever. There was a bit of chaos in the box. We clipped the post as well, and then their keeper got sent off, Martinez. And second half, Fernandez, good pass, Ahmad with a good header into the net, and then we have another goal from a penalty spot by Eriksson. Didn't know he can take penalties like that, but that's good. We also had another moment where it was like, where we clipped. I think they clipped the post somewhere in that half too. But Villa did have a goal where they thought they took the lead, and it was, the referee blew the whistle before it was in the back of the net. And I thought originally I thought the goalkeeper might drop it. I thought, was it Bayanda? I thought Bayanda, did an Onana for a second. And the thing is, I see why the referee gave it, because it like the keeper had hands on the ball, and he had grasped the ball like that, and it felt like it slipped out of his hands for a second. But I think he did have a full hands on it before. I can see why the referee blew. And no, we didn't pay the refs. Stop with this whole stupid nonsense, man. We probably would have still won that game anyway. It finished 2-0 to United. So we could have came back and won it 2-1 or something, knowing us. And we just played some good football. Why? Tottenham are a better team than Villa. Better than mine. Villa may be up there. And I can see why they're up there. They've won more games this season. And Tottenham's beaten us every time this season we played them. So, to be honest, it's not really a surprise anyway. But the final still has annoyed me. You got to hang your heads in shame for that United players. You can't produce a performance like that and making us think differently. Come on, it's an absolute disgrace that happened. It really is. That we win that game, we didn't win against in the final. This is the game Amrin was focusing on in his press and post-match conferences. Oh well. It wouldn't change anything if we did win the, Europa League. It would pay over the class. It's a trophy that nobody expected us to win as the season went on, and we didn't even win it. So I guess they're proving right. It wouldn't pay over the cracks. It would have been a trophy, an achievement for you, Amorim, that you probably wouldn't get next season because you might be gone by Christmas next season. That's what I'm trying to say. It makes no sense. And he said we've got to focus on this Villa game. I didn't realise we were going to go for the league title on the final day. When did this happen? Come on, Amorim. I like your words. You speak sense, but you're saying things that don't make sense. The league's done with. What are you focused on? Trying to get 10th? Trying to get 8th? Oh, 8th is very fantastic. We got 8th last season and everyone grumbled. So, excuse me. I placed a terrible place anyway. Even 5th and 6th is okay. You're in the Europa League spot. It usually shows you're losing less games if you get in that spot. But come on, Amorim, it's annoyed me that he said that. That's why he played a team that wasn't really going to win anyway. That's why they played with less urgency, because the players played with less urgency. They really did. They really did. And, that's probably why they played with more urgency today, because the manager probably told them to play with less urgency, with more urgency today. He's going to make me stumble my words now with how he is. Ten Hag would have won that final, but maybe he might not have got to Europa League final. Maybe he might have got knocked out by Lyon. I guess that probably would have been a different story, I guess. I mean, yeah. But what else can I say? To be honest, not really much else to report is there. I mean, I could do the other matches. I mean, City winning. They will always get Champions League. I think even with a point or something, they won at Fulham. I think 2-0 wasn't or something like that. I don't think I'm going to do all the matches. I might forget 1 or 2. Liverpool joined on to Palace 1-1. Liverpool did equalise with 10 men, but it don't matter really, does it? They've won the league. They just mess around and they can lose if they had to. They don't care that they won the league. I know all these fans say play pride at the end, play a bit of fun. Why? You won the league. Play however you damn well want. I mean, even if you lose 4-5-0, at least you've won the league, and you could just be like, yeah, we can afford to do that. You could just see the other teams playing better quality. You got Chelsea scraping it past four. It's not just scraping it, but not conceding at a ground where it's difficult for most teams to go to. So hats off to Chelsea winning 1-0. I think it's a penalty or whatever. I think so. I can't remember. But Forest, you had an opportunity there to get higher than conference. You could have got the Champions League spot. You could have even got Europa League if you would have possibly. We beat Villa. You could have at least scored an equaliser. You would have got 6th place. But other than that, I think they would have been happy with that regardless. So in the European spots, with how the season went, they would have been a bit disappointed not to get Champions League. But you know what? Conference League they should be at least still proud of. I mean, with the players that they have and with the way they play, they could probably do well in the Conference League. With the teams that are in there, they're beatable for Forest. Well, it depends who can get in there next season. I'm just saying. Well, who else? Bournemouth beating Leicester, not really an event that Leicester's already gone. I think West Ham, did they win at Ipswich? Was it the ones that did 1-3-1 at? Yeah, I think it might have been. 3-1's not really any significance. Everton 1-0 at Newcastle. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. I literally thought Newcastle were going to do something and probably cruise it, but it doesn't matter. They does it. Tottenham 1, Brighton 4. Of course. Of course. We lose to them in the final, and Tottenham just basically just crumbled and got destroyed by Brighton at home. Of course they do. I mean, it wouldn't be classic scenario for United there when the opposition team that they face in the final gets beat in a league game today 4-1. I mean, you couldn't make that up. I mean, I know Tottenham probably played a weaker team, they must have done, but still, like, it's Brighton showing their quality, and every team that's above us deserves to be above us because they got quality. We don't have that quality. We don't have a proper good striker. I know we won today. Not even Haaland managed to score, and Villa went down to 10 men. It's absolutely mesmerising to me. I don't understand it. Arsenal scraping past Southampton away. Now, I know the season's done for, so I had to relegate and Arsenal already cemented second. That is a relegated Southampton. That's the worst Southampton side I've ever seen in this Premier League since I started watching football. And that's the worst. And to scrape it past them, no one would ever talk about that because Arsenal have played good football this season and came second. That's why no one would ever talk about these sort of teams winning like that. If we was to scrape past Southampton, we beat Southampton 3-1 at Old Trafford. We got slated for getting outplayed in the first half. I mean, I know it probably wasn't. I don't think it was a different case in that game, but still a similar situation that they had to win in the 88th minute and stuff like that. So yeah, that's usually how I see it. Who else? I think I'm probably missing out a team somewhere. I don't know anyway. Yeah, I think that's mostly everybody, I think. And yeah, I mean, Premier League football season, overall. Well done to the underdogs. Newcastle beating Liverpool to win their first trophy in 70 years. Tottenham beating us to win their first trophy in 17 years. Palace winning the first ever trophy against City. Incredible. What a moment that is. Who else? Aberdeen win their first trophy. I think, was it 30 years? I keep seeing different numbers. Just let me know in the comments how long they went on without a trophy for. Must have been 30 years, surely. Maybe more. You got Go Ahead Eagles that won their first trophy in 93 years. That's not really interesting, but I just had to put out there anyway. How many more underdog stories is that? I might be forgetting one, Yeah. So that's why the way I'm partly thinking is like, we shouldn't feel that much annoyed losing to Tottenham. It is annoying this much to lose a final. We're not the only team to have suffered an underdog defeat. So, maybe Tottenham were always meant to beat us 4 times. It's never been done before. So history's been created in front of our very eyes, bear that in mind. So, and it's a year of the birds. Magpies, eagles, cockerels, and and Liverbirds, that's mad. I mean, Liverpool aren't underdogs. They got a team to win the title, so that didn't shock me. I don't want everyone saying they're underdogs. They're not underdogs. They got there's some of those players have been there since they last won the title before this season. So what's the they're underdogs? They're not underdogs. I don't understand. And Betis have got a bird crest now. Well, I've got a bird on their crest, so no way, surely not. Them beating Chelsea in the final to win their first trophy, European trophy ever. And I don't know how long they went before that. I think about 100 years of that trophy. Was it? Maybe, I have no idea. I don't know anything about that club. Like, not much about them anyway. So yeah, PSG and Inter in the Champions League final. Could it be? Could it be? I mean, they're both going to pick a trophy draw, so they're both not really. They both could be underdogs in this one, but PSG are more underdogs because everyone's going to fancy Inter because of pedigree. But PSG, with their attacking football, they should beat Inter comfortably. You would not like it. They should beat them because they attack better than Inter. But Inter can defend their attack. Can defend their attacks well. So Inter won the Champions League since 2010. So one of those is going to break their duck again. So this is what I mean. So after losing to Tottenham in the final, part of me is really annoyed because we could have won another trophy there. We were getting greedy. But another part of me is like, it's another underdog team that's won. Every other underdog team has won in finals this season. Most of them to break their duck and to create history. So really, it should have been expected anyway. And yeah, it had to happen against us, but it could be worse. We could have lost to Palace or Newcastle. That's worse. Palace have won a trophy. Newcastle have a good 70 years without them prior to this season. So yeah, it's half off on that one, but I'm still annoyed we didn't get to win a trophy. But move on. I wish we did win that Community Shield against City now. Have some silverware to actually hold on to. But yeah, it's not really a proper trophy though, is it? But it would have been nice to have some sort of silverware, especially Ten Hag then, because he was the manager then, And when we lost that Community Shield to City on penalties, that was annoying too. So, we could have had that to hold on to. But yeah, I think that's it for this football video. I'm not going to go on and on about this. And another thing, since the football season's completely over, I might just focus my attention to other channels, like my Frankie Nelson feed channel and my first Frankie Nelson channel. I think I watch too much movies and shows, and obviously the football's come to an end. So just take a break from it. I mean, saying that, I might still watch more movies anyway, but I can get tired and annoyed just looking for movies and stuff to watch. Just do something different now. Just play some games. I have a bit of fun with that, and probably use the green screen. I probably would. Obviously, I would watch movies and shows. Probably not as often to do a review on them as I would normally do. So yeah, just give me some suggestions. But yeah, my links to these channels are in my description, so check them out. I don't say in all my videos, but they're there if you check them out. My description is kind of informative, so that's a good thing. I might like those that just have a short description. My descriptions have to be, up there. They have to be good, loads of quality, a bit of quantity involved to make it very informative. It shows I've done a lot of work on it. So yeah, there's not really much else I can say. Yeah, because it's just something new and not much to do a review on movies and shows. That's it. It's like I kind of need to do something different. I probably will just be playing iPad games. I haven't got the right resources to do gaming yet, but I can't do games on the iPad. The phone, yeah, same, similar device, but iPad's bigger screen, phone smaller, and I don't be getting some annoying calls when I'm playing games. So yeah, let me know any iPad games you want me to play. Just go into my the first Frankie Nelson channel, and yeah, tell me what you want to see there. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for joining me on this football review journey, Frankie's football reviews. Good ring to it though. You can't lie. It's a good ring to it. Glad my friend told me to make up that sort of title. But yeah, thanks for going on this journey. It was disappointing losing the final, but you know what? I have better things to focus on, and you know what? I'm kind of glad it was a terrible season for us because it had me to focus on more important things like my daughter, for example, and trying to find a way to make money from YouTube and stuff. So yeah, that's all good, and yeah, appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share when subscribe and hit the notification bell. So see you in my next video.